fight, never flight, but I wanna have fun all night. I could've took this girl if I wanted, but I ain't into throwing dirty laundry in the public. I can always make something out of nothing, cause I know how it was when it wasn't. Falling ships and murder that she wrote. Combination, always drink and smoke. Apathy could help the way I roll, cause I'm selective on how much I show. Time will tell, don't show me what I know. Know you have to only go for broke. You look good but act just like a hoe. You look good but I really want nothing but a good time. I ain't here for the fuck shit, paying no mind. If you're trying to show me substance, bring it on mine. I really want nothing but a good time. I really can't stress this enough. I always gotta keep it at a buck. I rather have money than lust, but I'ma look twice if she got a big butt. I have a hard time with trust. Hard time love is a new fine drug. It's okay, I'ma fill my cup. It's okay, I'ma still turn up. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. I love the dancing, I love the night. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. I love the dancing. I really want nothing but a good time. I ain't here for the fuck shit, paying no mind. If you're trying to show me substance, bring it on mine. I really want nothing but a good time. Why don't you just pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. I love the dancing, I love the night. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. I love the dancing, I love the night. I've been searching, I've been searching. I quit searching, I quit searching for you.
Yes.
I quit searching.
You've been searching, and found me. Welcome to Butterfly Blackout. I'm your host, Emily, along with Truth. Hey, Truth.
What's good?
Real quick, we just made a quick video to the track that you heard. Although it wasn't recorded, we're going to have to reshoot it, but I was on point with all my moves. And I want to incorporate some moves that I learned from watching P-Valley. If anybody has seen this show, can we please give the cast, crew, and a poll a standing ovation? Well, a clap, because I ain't stand. I say that because everybody is talented. The dancers are talented. Even the poles are talented, okay? I learned some things from watching that show. I'm trying to incorporate in my own personal life, okay? So I cannot wait for season 2. I don't know when season 2 is coming out, but if you haven't seen season 1, I suggest you watch season 1. It's on Stars. I'm totally here for it. Everybody deserves flowers. Okay? Everybody deserves a nomination for something because you all brought your A game to that. But you know what? Truth hasn't seen it. Let him watch it, and then he'll probably tell you the real tea.
I didn't know anything about it, though.
Huh?
I didn't know anything about it.
Well, you know.
Right.
And now that he knows that there's some nakedness, yeah, it's naked people there, too. It's
I mean,
a strip club.
once you said nakedness, I'm watching it.
But aside from that,
That's the point.
for him,
No,
for
not
me,
all right.
everybody bought their A game. And it was the talent that I saw while the women were dancing on the poles. And I really did not know what it took to really dance
Right.
or to become a pole dancer. I didn't know. So I have to give y'all your flowers because it looks incredibly difficult, but y'all made it look so easy. And I'm sitting over here struggling, okay? I thought it really required upper body strength, but it's a lot more than that, too. It's a lot more about shifting your weight, and I can't do all that. But there are other things that I can do that I learned. So I'm going to incorporate that in my life. But anyway.
Shout out to Alyssa. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, girl. Hey. This is the show you want to see because we about to black out. So, last week we were celebrating Pride. It's now July. Okay? So there's no more Pride. So all the fake woke people that were like, yay, we celebrate this and we celebrate that, y'all was lying. It was just a marketing scam because y'all saw a way to make money off of Pride. Now, why do I say that? Because I feel as though I'm looking at people and corporations real funny. If you're going to support the Pride movement, then be 100% about it. Don't just be wishy-washy about it because I don't know if you're really supporting them or you're just saying that just to make a buck. Y'all need to know who's for you and who's against you. I'm just saying keep your eyes open because there's a lot of trickerization going on here. Folks want to be down, but they're really not down. All right? That's all I'm saying. Also, last week, we talked about black conservatives who were fighting amongst each other, named Kim Klacik versus Candace Owens. And Kim Klacik came out with an update. As you know, Candace Owens came out, basically tried to say that, want everybody to know that she used to be a former stripper. Okay, that means nothing. Shout out to P Valley. And all the strippers out there, y'all don't get the flowers you deserve. Some of y'all need to be paying taxes for what y'all do. I'm just saying, okay? But that's neither here nor there. She also alluded to Kim laundering money and fraud. So Kim came with an update saying that the FEC is not having her investigated for fraud or money laundering. Otherwise, she is doing well and continuing her work with the Red Renaissance. The Red Renaissance is a foundation she created basically to support other Republican parties that are running for congressional seats. So a majority of the money that she raised for herself when she was running, she took that and she poured it into everybody else's funds. So she didn't use anything for herself because a lot of times, maybe y'all don't know this, but the money, like, remember we had 50 people running for president on the Democrat side? Well, the 49 people that didn't win and the ones that, said, okay, well, I'm not going to run no more, that money, they get to keep. Don't y'all want a refund? Why do you feel that they need to keep the money? They ain't running for president. So give me a refund, right? No, they get to keep it. So the same thing with Kimberly. She kept the money, but instead of just spending it on herself for personal reasons, she put that money into the pockets of other candidates to help their campaigns, which is what you should do. Okay, pay it forward, right? Meanwhile, Candace Owens is now making money off of a new shirt. She's got merchandise, and her shirt says "Cancel Candace." So if you want that, you have to go to her site and you have to purchase that so she can make some money. So it's Cancel Candace. She's selling that because she's making fun of herself, okay? Now, as I was watching Kim's video on Instagram, I noticed that one of Candace's best buddies, Corinne Tatum, had to chime in. Now, at this point, this feud has been going on long enough. Nobody needs to comment on anybody's page. But no, Corinne had to say something. So Corinne, who is the wife of Brandon Tatum, if you don't know who they are, Brandon is a black man who used to be a Republican, who's a supporter of police. He married a white woman because black women were just too complicated. So he married a white woman. Her name is Corinne. They got a beautiful baby boy. So congratulations on expanding your family. And he has his platform. She has her platform. I really don't know what she does all day, but she has her platform besides being a full-time mother. And Brandon is also a co-host, a co-guest on Candace Owens' talk show. which you can find on the Daily Wire. You can't see it on on the internet because you have to pay for it. Okay. So she said in the comment section, but it was okay for you to accuse Candace and Blexit of not engaging in the black community, basically calling Blexit a fraud, then play victim. Well, here's the thing. Victim, you victimized Kim by basically saying that she was a fraud and she was money laundering, which were not true. Also, given that, Corinne, now you're a mother, now that Candace is a mother, you had no respect on this woman being a mother, a parent. Not only is she a mother herself, she's also a stepmother. And you just put her whole business out there about being a stripper. Like, that wasn't cool. Okay? You don't put... Y'all love to take people's past and throw it in their faces as if they can't overcome their past. But maybe that's what Blexit really stands for, right? But neither way. I felt like I didn't understand why she had to comment. This is a form of bullying, in my opinion. Candace, didn't you get on other celebrities for bullying? Corinne's not a celebrity, but maybe in the Republican world she is. So I was going to come over here and really give a report on Blexit. But I haven't been able to do that much research into Blexit. But what I did notice was that when I looked at Candace's page, I wanted to see who her followers were, who likes her. Now, Blexit targets the black community, trying to get them to awaken themselves, remove themselves from being a Democrat and moving them over to the Republican side, get them to become free thinkers. Candace loves to bash other black people, black men, black women that don't fit the status quo. Makes you wonder if she likes black people. But she gets fans cheering her on. So I want to see who cheers her on. We have different chapters of Blexit all over the place, especially in New Jersey. And they're ran by black people. Well, turns out 95% of the people, my bad, wrong number, 98% of the people that follow Candace are all white. Only 2% are black. So when she does her rants and raves against black people, she's only enticing and being applauded by white people. What does that say to you, Truth?
Genius.
Yeah.
And this is where, if anyone's ever involved in analytics, all right, so those of you who are involved in analytics, you don't have to listen to this. I'm not talking down to you. I'm not making you feel like you are unintelligent. This is for people who do not know anything about analytics. So analytics allows you to see who's watching your show, age bracket, race, specifically where they're watching, like our True Vibe TV biggest fans are in Russia. All right. So it allows you to see who's watching. So again, if she is looking to better her career and she knows, and obviously she's a very intelligent woman, so whoever's doing her show is very smart, so they know they're going to target people who are watching, and these are white people. How do you get white people to continuously watch your show? Is you get a person who can say things you can't, a la black person. You know, what was the other pretty young lady from Clueless? Oh, guys, Stacey Dash and other people. So anybody who, you know, white people can't say that N-word. So we have to find a black person who can actually say the N-word. So that's what they get. So it's a genius from her standpoint, from a business standpoint, because you can't watch it unless you pay for it, like the whole Patreon thing. So it's all a business move. So she's a genius.
Okay, there you have it. Also, if you're interested in Blexit, they make their money basically off of selling merchandise. You can look that up. So, the way this show's going to operate today, there's so much that has happened this whole week. We're just going to go in order in the events that played out. Starting with Versus. we had the verses between Bow Wow and Soldier Boy, okay? Which had everybody entertained, including myself. I was crying from laughter. It was the funniest thing. Soldier Boy playing the same song how many times? I thought it was entertaining, okay? It gave me what I needed, a break, okay? What'd you think?
I refuse to watch that. I would never watch it. It pretty much let us know exactly who Bow Wow was and what he was. And this is a person who, forgetting who he still thinks he's that 9-year-old kid, like Mike, all
That was a
about
good
the
movie, though.
Benjamins and all these songs back in the days when he had, Snoop backing him and all these other guys. He still has that persona. And this is a man who sat on a plane in coach and posted a picture talking about private jet, but didn't realize it was a fan behind him. So that's got to be so uncomfortable. This is a man who's still living in his past. And, even with the hip hop thing or whatever, it was kind of cool. It's getting him a little buzz, some change in his pocket. I liked it because, it's a business move that he should have been making. But as far as a music career, it's over, homie. Like, just go somewhere. Like, you gain like 40 pounds. Like, just go sit down somewhere.
He's got Fast 9 and other movies.
Okay, but Fast 9, I lie to you not, he didn't even have 5 lines.
I didn't see it yet. Truth?
I ain't tell you what happened. I'm just telling you he didn't have 5 lines. You gotta go see it. It's been out 3 weeks already. You on a slow pace. I can't help you with that. But again, I'm not saying the guy isn't talented. I'm not saying he doesn't have talent. I'm just saying the man he thinks he's Jay-Z when he's not. You're not on that same level.
Should I go and see Fast 9?
I mean, you might enjoy it.
Did you enjoy it?
Too far-fetched. I think 10 is going to be really good the way they set it up. But to me, it was like a little too far-fetched. Cars in space. I think it was one of those things that just rushed to get it out to try to plan and plot number 10, which I think will be very good with the plots and everything that they have. So I think 10 is going to be very good.
Well, during this versus battle, Romeo Miller came out and gave Bow Wow his flowers, so that was a good thing. After the verses, black women made headlines by earning spots in the Tokyo Olympics. That's a come up, right?
Oh,
Now,
boy.
remember, I said in the beginning, we're going to go in order of how everything has happened this week. So
Right.
follow me, okay? After we were giving our ladies their flowers for making it into Tokyo, y'all got mad at Oscar winner Monique because she made a post and she was trying to put us on some game, trying to get us back together. So y'all didn't like what she had to say. So she posted this woman who was at the airport looking sloppy, had some type of plastic over her head, and basically she just wanted us to check ourselves. The lady looked a hot mess, and Monique just wants us to love ourselves better. Make sure that we represent ourselves well in public. Stop looking like sloppy people. That was it. Y'all got mad at her for that. I'm confused. Because the same people that are mad at Monique are the same people that if you left your house and you had, I don't know, you could have had like babies spit up on your shirt and didn't even know. They wouldn't even tell you. They'll let you walk out the house looking sloppy like that. And wait for somebody else to say, oh, you got something on your shirt? And you'll be like, I just left with you. Why didn't you tell me? Those are the people that are mad. The ones that would never tell you that there's like gum on your shoe. You know what I mean? Here's Monique saying, let us love ourselves better. Let us stop looking trashy. I mean, because it makes us look bad. It puts a stigma over us, right? And that's what people associate us with. You coming out here with just, bad, dirty clothes. What you got the bag over your head for? A plastic bag at that. Y'all coming out with your bonnets. Those are not accessories. Okay? When you wake up, wash your behind, make yourself look presentable. Is there something wrong with that? Truth?
Okay, I will say this. We have to first understand the individual. Now, is this an individual who has the proper funds to look good? Or is that person going through something? We don't know anything about the person that's in that photo. So I really I don't want to give her too much credit or take it away. But again, that is her opinion. Monique is a multimillionaire. She has the luxury of coming out looking good because she has stylists, someone to dress her, and a publicist. So she has those means. So yes, I would expect someone like I guarantee you, Cardi B will never come out the house without makeup again.
Wait, I gotta ask you a question.
Yes.
You had to have money to buy your plane ticket.
I mean, Spirit, you could get you could get a plane ride for like 10 cents right now in Spirit. Like it's that bad. But it's just the truth. But again, we don't know anybody's livelihood situation. Like Cardi B, yes, she's a millionaire. There's no way in the world she should have came out the house looking like that. And I guarantee you, she'll never have it happen again. It'll never happen again. So again, I don't know what that lady was going through. Now, as far as the bonnets are concerned, this I have to dig in her behind. And the reason why I'm saying that is this. You need Jesus. The reason why I'm saying that is this. This is finally a product that is pretty much ran by us. This is not something that the less melanated skin culture has taken over, that we've started. Now it's $1 billion organization ran by white people. We were getting locked up for it. A lot of stuff. And then we had the conversation last time that the less unfortunate keeps the billionaires as billionaires. Ladies are running to the hair salon to spend $3, $4, $5, $6, $1,500 on a piece of human hair because they refuse to do their own head, or they didn't take care, or their parents, or they didn't take care of their head when they were growing up. So as far as the bonnets, you have people who maybe don't have the headed hair for it. They don't want to walk around bald-headed. There's a lot that goes behind it. But to attack somebody like that, I'm not messing with her. But, she's always super controversial anyway.
She didn't attack her. She just said, in love, let's present ourselves a lot better than that.
That's so in love would have been getting in contact with that person one-on-one. Like, I hate when people do something nice but have to film it. Look at me take this homeless man off the street. He was broke. He was starving. Like, if you're going to do something for someone, you do it for the right reason. Like I always tell people, if you open the door for someone and they don't say thank you, why are you mad? Mm-hmm. Did you open the door because you wanted gratification, or you opened the door because it was the right thing to do? That's the thing there. If you really cared about that lady coming out the house with a plastic bag on her head, she got the funds to reach out to that lady. Are you going through something? Can I help you with something, young lady? Not bash her and she has millions of freaking followers. Yes, that's bashing her.
Okay. Well, after that, then came the BET Awards. This is a show I used to like to watch, but
that's when it had that back in the days.
After
the Fugees, it went downhill.
I guess for the past few years, I stopped watching it, and I would only look at clips. Because it does nothing for me. Silk Sonic performed. I was here for that. Your boy, Lil Nas X, showed up in a dress, performed being groped, and kissing a man on stage. That, ladies and gentlemen, is entertainment.
Real quick, Ms.
Singer
Butterfly.
Chloe Bailey of Chloe and Halle showed up wearing a really sexy ensemble.
Right.
Basically like a broad underwear. And she had on like this black polka, like this black holy thing over it. Here's the thing. We've gotten into a world where sex sells. It's not about your talent. It's about sex. No more family shows. Sex. You can't watch the BET Awards anymore because they have to show you sex. So now you're going to have a warning saying for adults only or over 21. Nobody under a certain age can watch it because you may have people groping each other, right? Chloe is a young woman becoming a young woman maturing into who she wants to be. Beautiful voice. Everybody doesn't need to know her body. She looks sexy. She embraces her sexiness. But some things need to be left to the imagination. Why would it's like you want to have a Chloe, you don't want to have a Kim. Even Kanye said it. He doesn't want the world seeing his wife naked.
Too late
That
for
should
that.
be reserved for her husband, right?
I got you, Alyssa.
Chloe is already showing the world her body. Respect yourself, okay? You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You can open your mouth and shut the whole game down. That's what people love. You're just entering a whole new situation when you allow people to see more than what you're offering. Because now it makes it seem like you're offering something else. Now, with that being said, Little Kim says she would be down to do a versus battle against Nicki Minaj. Now, I don't know who's here for it. I don't know if her face moves. That just irritates me, but that's neither here nor there. Video of the year went to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion for WAP. Really? So again, sex sells. Sex sells. So BET, instead of empowering our black folks, you're basically just pimping our black folks, right? Because now it's just pushing out the sex, pushing out the booty popping, pushing out the sexuality. You ain't nothing unless you show. I mean, do you know what WAP is? Really? Y'all are proud of that? You know how vulnerable these kids are when they watch these shows or watch the videos and they always got to mimic. Y'all really proud of this? Okay. Parents, you proud of your kids? Queen Latifah accepted the Lifetime Achievement Award. Congrats to her. There was an all-star tribute to DMX. I really didn't watch it because, again, I can't. BET Awards is not how it used to be. You know, you used to be proud when the BET Awards came on. Now I'm just like, you had a whole bunch of people I didn't know, and it was a whole bunch of nonsense. Cardi B coming out, so she reveals she's pregnant. It ain't, like, I can't. I really can't. If you're proud and blessed to have another baby, just say you have another baby. I don't need you to make this big whole thing go into hiding. What is that? I understand why you went into hiding the first time and you revealed your pregnancy in a nice way. Y'all doing too much. But then again, we're at fault because we allow y'all to do that much. We accept y'all to do that much. I'm calling an end for that because it's gone from classy to trashy real quick. But that was the BET Awards for 2021. What will they do for 2022? More sex. They'll probably have to put a warning so that way your kids don't watch it. And I would suggest instead of actually watching the show, maybe y'all should just watch the clips. They'll put them on YouTube, and you can watch the performances should you do that. More naked people and the obvious. Then, in the middle of the week, the NFL announced that it is now gay. Maybe Lil Nas will perform at the halftime show.
Let me get to a couple of comments, please. All right, so Alyssa went in. When we was talking about the craziness of BET. She said the entire gang of Love and Hip Hop made us look bad. She also goes on to say that Mona Scott Love loves the messy women. And she also goes on to say men have been kissing since the 80s in movies. And as far as verses, she tells Kim not to do it. She does the little Chung Lee kick. And she was like, Monique, since Monique's she lost her weight, she's been talking crazy. And she was like, BET will have Latin soon.
BET will have what?
Latin soon.
Latin soon?
Well, Latins. They'll probably bring the Latin crowd over to BET. But I do want to say this also. What a lot of people may not remember, BET is no longer owned by Johnson. So it's no longer owned by a black owner, which you can tell how it started making a crazy turn as soon as he gave up and white people took over. All right, Butterfly, I got it.
Oh, so that's why they allow all the sexuality and all this other nonsense?
Well, it sells. And here's the thing. Whatever sells is what's going to, they're going to push it off. Again, you're starting to see a lot of commercials where it's all about fluency. We're also seeing a lot of commercials about interracial.
Okay.
They're pushing that heavy. We all know why I know why they're doing that. I don't know if y'all don't, but
why are
I
they
know
doing
it.
that?
Because they refuse to give black people reparations.
They didn't hear you, honey. Say that again.
They refuse to give black people reparations. You see how quick they got that Asian bill passed? Black people can't get reparations, though. The Jewish community is still getting money from the United States, and that didn't happen on American soil. Just putting that out there.
Non-foundational black folks don't want us to have reparations. Candace Owens says we don't need reparations.
Well, she's rich, so why would she want you to have it? Just saying.
But y'all keep going ahead. Then, in the middle of the week, we all learned. Now, I'm going to ask you, where were you when you found out that Bill Cosby was released from prison after all charges were dropped?
That he will be released from prison. Okay.
Honey, folks are mad in these streets, okay? The Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled that he did not receive a fair trial. But nobody cares. He's an alleged rapist and should die in prison. Okay? Because he vandalized, abused these white women and is a disgrace.
Okay.
So forget about fair trials and due process. It's about what's right. And what's right is that you lock this man up and keep him jailed up. Damn it. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay? Never mind that the Supreme Court said after they did their due process, he didn't receive a fair trial. So should you be mad at Bill Cosby or should you be mad at the attorneys? Well, somebody messed up. And normally when the prosecution or the state messes up, guess what? You get to walk free. That's just like when you're in court and they said, oh, did you read the person their rights? Did the defendant get his rights read? And they're going through, no. Oh, well, then you're free to go. What? Well, yeah, you were supposed to read him his rights. If you didn't read him his rights, then he's free to go. That's just the way it is. Y'all have rules too. You got to follow. But y'all don't care about that. Y'all want justice for these white women. Black folks. Y'all want justice for these white women. Yet I find it very interesting that black women cry rape, victimized, abused. Y'all are real silent. But when it comes to these white women and Bill Cosby, y'all ready to torch the man. You can't understand why he was let go. So, Truth, can you explain to the people who would rather see this black man serve time in jail for abusing these white women, which are the same people, by the way, that support Charlemagne the God on the Breakfast Club? Remember him? Oh, yes. Because in his past, he allegedly took advantage of a woman, Jessica Reed. He pled a lesser charge. Y'all think he's a king. Y'all keep him employed. You don't want to hear her story because she's a black woman. You could care less. It was 20 years ago. How many years ago was it for Cosby and these women?
Yeah.
Oh, the statute of limitations ran out. Okay? But yet, y'all still try to lock this man up. And then you locked him up, but you did it all wrong. And guess what? Now he's a free man after serving 3 years. Why? Because you did it all wrong and got caught. And the Supreme Court said, nah, you can't do that. Now, his legal team said this is a win for Black America. For you dum-dums in the back, yes, it's a win for Black America, because if they did it to this man, don't you think they're doing it to our brothers and sisters already who don't got no money? Now it makes them want to open up more cases to see who else you screwed over. Yes, it's a win. It opens everybody's eyes. But go ahead. Truth?
All right, shout out to Alyssa. It's the same process I was about to go into, but she says Janice Dickinson, she knew, she was known for wide open for going to the Studio 54 back in the days and all the craziness that goes with it. So I do want to say this, all right? The casting couch is real, people. It's not just on Pornhub and a lot of these other things. It literally exists. Majority of these actors and actresses don't mind doing sexual favors to get a part in the league. It has benefited a lot of people. Angelina Jolie is one of the biggest ones. She did favors. It worked out for her eventually. It's been happening since the day of time, since movie pictures have started, and it will always be here. It's not going anywhere. It's not just happening to women. It is just happening to men. So again, if you are in the industry and you are trying to make it, everybody knows everything in that circle. So all those people that showed up to Bill Cosby house to purposely be roofied knew what they were going for because they were trying to benefit their careers. If you're going to do sexual favors for someone for something, it might as well be a multi-million-dollar contract coming in the works.
All right. So here's some comments, okay? Dr. Boyce Watkins of the Black Business School said Bill Cosby may not be a perfect man and may be free on a technicality, but I wonder why people like Mark Lamont Hill and others aren't equally outraged over the fact that Cardi B admitted to something that Cosby never really admitted to. Cardi B admitted to drugging men back in the day and taking their money. Y'all are okay with that. But y'all mad at Bill Cosby for slipping women, what's it called? Keloids?
Quaaludes.
Sorry, I can't. Quaaludes? Is that how you say it?
Yes, Quaaludes. You know what they are, right?
I really don't. I think it's just
All right, so it was first designed from psychiatrists to help people sleep. So what eventually wound up finding out is if you can fight off the sleep, you got a very good high.
Okay.
Very good high. So it got so bad that they actually literally had to stop production on it.
Oh.
It was one of the biggest and worst drugs to, I guess you would say, from an addiction standpoint. So they stopped them.
Okay. So he was putting pills in people's drinks. Now, everybody in Hollywood say they knew that's what he did. So what really gets me going is if everybody knew that's what he did, why are you in his hotel room at 2 o'clock if you knew this is what his thing was?
Thank you.
So, again, y'all mad at Bill Cosby, but at the same time, in the same breath, you are saying that everybody knew this is what he did. So all you women knew that he gets down like that. So I ain't got sympathy for nobody. I said it, and I'm going to keep saying it. especially if y'all didn't blast Cardi B for doing what she did. We talking, she's a millionaire too, so guess what? They on the same level. Black man, what is she? She ain't a black woman. What's her background?
She's Dominican,
Dominican.
which is black.
Oh, you calling her black?
I mean, she is black. I mean, if you take that island, you have Puerto Ricans and black people, Haitians. They have babies, and now you Dominicans.
All right.
They're more like us.
So-
They have the hair and everything, darkest complexion.
Whatever. So it goes a little deeper than just Bill Cosby. Our TV mom, Mrs. Huxtable, Felicia Rashad, the new dean of Howard, stepped in the chat and said, finally, a terrible wrong is being righted. A miscarriage of justice is corrected. Y'all done had a fit. Now, I supported her and I said, well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I don't see why everybody's upset at Felicia Rashad. Honey, my phone blew up. My best friend called me. She wanted to check me. How could I? So I told her everybody's entitled to their own damn opinion. She said that she should be fired from Howard. Why? Now, I know, Howard, you guys vet your employees. Okay, so let's take this all the way back 3 years ago. Maybe 4 years ago. Felicia Rashad supported him through his trial. She made that very public. She didn't hold nothing back. It seems like y'all forgot about that. And now that everybody is to go along, get along. Okay, you got to go along to get along. My friend told me Felicia should keep her mouth shut. Keep her opinions to herself. This is the United States of America. You can say whatever the heck you want to say. And we're not in a communist country yet. You can say whatever it is you want. She didn't say she supported him drugging women. That's not what she said. She said a terrible wrong is being righted. A miscarriage of justice is corrected. That has nothing to do, especially for all you goofies out there who really didn't pay attention to the trial at all. You don't know what that means. That had nothing to do with what he was being tried for. It had everything to do about how he was being tried. If you followed the entire proceeding, this is what they were fighting, because he was being dragged through the courts unjustly. They were doing him dirty, and that's what they were fighting. Had nothing to do with him pleading guilty, innocent, or whatever. It was all about what they were doing to him, and it wasn't legal. That's what they were fighting. That's what she was talking about. But because all of you goofies out there just go along with the get along, y'all don't even know what you responded to. So now she had to go and disable her replies because people are all upset and she's not about that life. One person said, cut them freaking comments on since you got so much to effing say. First of all, she's an elder, a black elder that you should respect. And this came from, obviously, a black man. Now, you black men forgot how to respect black women. We clearly see that. That man owes her an apology. How dare you? You kiss your mother with those lips? So, let's see. Someone said the fact that Felicia Rashad turned off comments on that tweet tells us she's wrong. No, it doesn't. She doesn't want to get the comments because she said what she said. Why? Y'all read so much into stuff. I can turn my comments off if I want to. I can say what I want. Sometimes you people just go in and go in. Nobody has time for all that. But all right. Let's see. Then, amid the backlash, she came out and said, I fully support survivors of sexual assaults coming forward. My post was in no way intended to be insensitive to their truth. Personally, I know from friends and family that such abuse has lifelong residual effects. My heartfelt wish is for healing. I'm sorry, Felicia, that you had to actually write that because intelligent people know what you meant. That was for all the goofies out there who felt that she needed to apologize for breathing. Okay? Apologize to who? These women had over 30, 40, 50 plus years. Okay? And I'm pretty sure they weren't taken advantage of just by Bill Cosby. Some of them knew what they were getting into. Some of them got paid, ran out of money. Okay? Keep it 100. Some of them used their money on their face, ran out of money. Keep it 100. I ain't got no sympathies for nobody, especially when y'all all sat there and admitted that you knew what he was into when he did that stuff. So why was you in his hotel room at 2 a.m.? Especially to the one chick who admitted to taking Benadryl before she even went to the hotel. Did y'all collectively just go in there and set people up? Like, I don't understand. But y'all mad at him and not mad at the justice system that tried to lock him up or did lock him up, but they did it illegally. Not really understanding that they do this to us, period. That wasn't a fair trial. But you don't care about that. All right. So then, Aunt Viv, Janet Hubert comes into the conversation. Felicia, what are you thinking? I don't know you, but to say this was terribly wrong. Everyone knew what he was doing back then. How could you not? Get your umbrella, sister, because here comes the ish shower. I am outraged that he has been released. Yes, he is an old-ass guilty man. Viv, let's gather you together real quick. You're upset that he's released. What the heck did he do to you? Are you defending these white women? Because I want to introduce you to Jessica Reed. Okay?
What's good,
A
Susan?
black woman who was allegedly assaulted by Charlamagne the God, who's still on Power 105.1, who pleaded to a lesser charge that you and your people still promote and listen to on a regular basis. Ain't nobody out here trying to hear her story, help this sister out. All y'all can say is, oh, it was 20 years ago. But yet these white women, they were abused by Bill Cosby. Justice needs to be served, but the black woman can't get justice? But here you coming after Felicia like she said something wrong? When she's not talking about him assaulting anybody, she's talking about, again, what truth is she talking about? Truth?
Who, Felicia?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I'm sorry. Let me get to the comments real quick. Susan jumped in here also. Shout out to Susan. Thanks for tuning in. What starts as your dream becomes a nightmare. They all know what they're doing, and then all of a sudden they call rape. She says Susan Mama is in the house. Alicia goes on to say Felicia knows the Bill Cosby machine. She nor her sister spoke against Bill. I think that's huge. So like you said, Butterfly, they've been rocking with him from day one. She also goes on to say a week or two prior to his release, the prison reform media, he refused to rehab program, like, again, trying him. And she also ends it up by saying he kept his stance. Good for him. I will say this. Again, when you go to, people always like to say, well, that's the law. Okay, well, the law process said that has been passed. Those women had ample time to come forward. And I'm not saying it's an easy thing to do. I'm not saying that. Or I'm saying that they had their time to come forward, which they didn't. They waited to, 40, 50 years later to come forth. And again, a lot of the women that came to get drugged purposely did have decent careers or had some type of funds because they did do the whole Bill Cosby casting couch thing. There you go.
Is this that butterfly blackout?
Yeah.
We're going to go there. I don't really care whose feelings I hurt right now. Okay? 40, 50 years later, let's keep it 100. If we're going to go there, ladies and gentlemen, let's go there. You mean to tell me. You ready?
Let's go.
These white women versus this one black guy in America. Y'all can have several seats. You're going to sit there and tell me that all these white women were scared of this one black man in America? You're all sitting here making fools out of yourselves, okay? A black man in America. Not that long ago, they was lynching us. Okay? Look at Emmett Till. You mean to tell me? Look at Malcolm X. Before he was Malcolm X, didn't he go to jail based on some white women? Come on now. All you white women and this one black man. You all could have been sent him to jail. In fact, let's keep it a buck. He could have been lynched. Okay? He wasn't that powerful. He's a black man in America in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 60s. He's still a black man in America. Miss me with the BS. Janet Hoover and all you other celebrities. Bill Cosby is a black man in America. He could have been taken out a long time ago. So don't sit here and tell me that these white women were scared. Y'all wasn't scared of no black man. All right? Y'all was down for the get down. Okay? Bill Cosby's people said, on behalf of him, I have never changed my stance nor my story. I have always maintained my innocence. Thank you to all my fans, supporters, and friends who stood by me through this ordeal. Special thanks to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court for upholding the rule of law. And that's all this is really about, is upholding the law. Okay? If you're going to give a man a trial, then give him a fair trial. If you're going to go around the world to be negligent, be prepared to suffer the consequences. That's all. Then Howard University issued a statement stating, because, you know, they have to do this because you all got upset. Survivors of sexual assault will always be our priority. While Dean Rashad has acknowledged in her follow-up tweet that victims must be heard and believed, her initial tweet lacked sensitivity towards survivors of sexual assaults. Personal positions of university leadership do not reflect Howard University's policies. We will continue to advocate for survivors fully and support their rights to be heard. Howard withstands with survivors and challenge systems that would deny them justice. We have full confidence that our faculty and school leadership will live up to this sacred commitment. My friend called me about this, okay? She was saying to me, well, what about all the women that go through, you know, rape on campuses? Let me break it down. I didn't say this to her, but I'm going to break it down to all you. Rape on campuses have been happening before Bill Cosby. This is a wake-up call for everybody. If nothing changed before Bill Cosby, nothing changed during Bill Cosby, and nothing changed after Bill Cosby, y'all can miss me with that whole BS, okay? Bill Cosby is one man. There are women raped every single day, okay? And Bill Cosby isn't the one doing it, okay? Y'all sat there and took a tweet and took it out of proportion and turned it into something that it wasn't. Then you want to threaten a woman for losing her job. For what? Trust me, Howard University knew who she was when they hired her. You all forgot because he was locked up and now y'all ain't talking about Bill Cosby. But y'all forget, y'all were still talking about Bill Cosby and the keloids, quaaludes, whatever, the pills. During the Cosby Show, even after the Cosby Show, even when he was lecturing black men on how to be men and fathers, even when he was going on tour. You all knew about it. Time went on. Meanwhile, since you all want to talk about survivors and sensitivity of rape, women have been abused and victims of rape on campuses since then. And they continue to be so. Okay? Don't put that all on Bill Cosby. Because that ain't got nothing to do with Bill Cosby. Okay? In Hollywood, like you said, there's the casting couch. Let's keep it 100. Y'all don't want to hear the truth? I'm going to tell you the truth. Half of y'all know what you're getting into. Now, you know not to go to somebody's house at 2 a.m. You should have been in bed. Oh, well. Now there's an update. Felicia Rashad reportedly set to undergo sexual assault training at Howard University. The only reason why they're doing that is because they have to show that she went through the training to make everybody happy. Look. One last tweet. Stephanie Mills. She said, I love you, Felicia Rashad. Also, if in fact it's true that Howard wants to take her position away because they felt it was insensitive for her remarks and her feelings about Mr. Cosby, then they should also give back the millions of dollars
Facts.
that he donated to be a college. But y'all ain't gonna do that, right?
Facts.
This one person made a comment, and I was shocked. Hazel B. Hazel is from the Love and Hip Hop in California, Hollywood, whatever.
Right.
She said, "What the F happened to freedom of speech? We all don't think or feel the same way. That's what makes us individuals. Last time I checked, we were against cults. But as soon as someone has a different opinion that isn't popular, it's blasphemy." I guess she's a Sorer. Sorer said what she said. She could be happy for her lifelong friend. That's not wrong, even if he is. What I've been fighting on this show since day one is that we all have freedom of speech. We all have an opinion and are allowed our own opinions. The moment they tell you you can't say what you want to say, we become a communist country. That's when they start really executing you and really saying what you can't say. That's why people backtrack what they say because, oh, it's going to mess with my money. You say what you want to say. Nene Leakes said it best. I said what I said, and it's my opinion. You don't have to like my opinion, but it is my opinion. So speaking of opinions, Meghan McCain is exiting The View. This month will be her last month. And we're sad. Well, everybody's not sad. People are happy. But I championed for her to be on the show because I thought that she was the perfect Republican mouthpiece to join The View. Some people want Tamar Braxton to take that seat. No. Some have said Angela Stanton King should take that seat. They will lock her up. Okay? No. For Angela's sake, no. All right? I would love to see Angela on The View, but not as a co-host because they couldn't take her. Okay? Because she will really shut it all down. I sent them a tweet and said, have me on The View. Why not? I shot my shot. I think they need to go back to letting regular people try out. Stop with the celebrities. I'm tired of celebrities. Stop! The View is to be about different opinions. Not everybody with the same opinion. That's just it. Also, a judge denied the request to remove Jamie Spears from Britney Spears' conservatorship, so her daddy stays in place. Britney, you may have to pull a Tamar Braxton. If you want your freedom. Just saying. All right. And I apologize if I sound a little nasally. I'm having allergy issues, so bear with me. To top off the show, we're going to talk about the Olympics. All right. So, for all the swimming fans, Tokyo has banned swimming caps for afro hair, which would include locks, right? So, the initial caps that they have, not going to fit my hair because I have locks. You put them up, it's not going to fit. So, a black-owned company made caps that do fit. According to Tokyo, elite athletes don't require caps of such size. I'm not a swimmer. But my response is this. If I was a swimmer and I won my spot into Tokyo and I read this comment, as a black woman and having seen the movie Set It Off, nobody was going to go to Tokyo. How about that? And if we did go to Tokyo, I'm still going to wear my cap, regardless of what you all say. Y'all are really showing your racism, aren't you? So, elites, y'all made these caps so that way the hair didn't get in the middle, it didn't get in the way of the face while y'all was swimming. Everybody ain't white. But okay, it ain't my fight. That's for somebody else to fight. Now, excuse me, we're going to go to Sha'Carri Richardson. She got busted smoking weed. All right. A lot of different opinions. Let her run. She got 30-day suspension. Let her run. She knew what she was doing. Here are the things. It's legal in the United States. But we're not talking about the United States. We're talking about the Olympics. They have rules. She knew she wasn't supposed to smoke, but she smoked. She made that decision. She knew the consequences. She understands the consequences. It's for a month. Is it really about race? Or do we as black folks self-sabotage ourselves? Knowing all the challenges that face us, why are we always looking for a pass? Why can't we just do what we're supposed to do? I could understand if she did everything by the book and they suspended her on some nonsense, not weed, because apparently that is what it is. That's the rule. You can't smoke. Now, say I'm another black runner from Jamaica. Okay. I would love to smoke, but I know that's the rule. People try to say it's race. But if a bunch of Jamaicans got through and nobody smoked weed, how are we saying that it's a race issue? Is it really about race? Or then again, a lot of people are mentioning other white runners or white athletes that have had weed in their system and they still were able to participate. Do we really care about them? Or are we only focused on our people and getting them to do what they're supposed to do? We always want a pass. We always look for a pass. We never want to do what we're supposed to do. Okay, her mother died. But she knew the rules. And she admitted to knowing the rules, but she did it anyway. She made a conscious decision to do so. What do you think is going to happen? So we're just going to give her a pass because her mother died? Especially when she says she knew the rules and she made a conscious decision to do so? Oh, well, be glad that's all she did. How dumb does that sound? Enter Claire Lehman. She's a white lady from Australia who's a racist. She says that having long fingernails and weaves is a sign of steroid abuse.
I'm sorry.
Lady, all I have to say is on site. Twitter handles you respectfully, but on site. I'm pretty sure Shikari has family members willing to take that L. On site. By the way, these are my nails. I don't wear fake nails. I have dip powder, which is why they probably look crazy. Because of the green screen. But they're like a lime green color. They don't look like that. I've always grown my nails. I just happen to be able to do so. It's genetics. Black women can grow their own nails. They don't really need extensions. And if they decide to get extensions, they can do that because it's their free will, because we live in a country where we can do that. Weaves, we started that crap, and all you want to follow it. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of things that you like to copy off of us black folks, but you want to blame it on steroid use because you can't get it yourself. I'm sorry you don't love yourself, sweetheart. I'm sorry that you despise what you look like in a mirror every single day. But don't be bringing your hatred over here, because that's not what we're going to tolerate. So keep your racist behind right where it belongs, in Australia. Like I said, on site. Okay? And if anybody knows who she is, you should just fire her for being stupid and a goofy. With that being said, we round out the end of the week with the special verses between Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat. I had my life. I was in my bed chilling, reminiscing. You know, and I could do the nasal part because I'm all nasally. You know, you find my love. You got me. Ugh. Bobby really can't sing no more, but it was just a pleasure to see him up there. It was a good versus. If you missed it, I'm sorry you missed it. It was really good. You got to learn a lot about Keith Sweat and his pen game, which is sick. Writing skills. It was amazing. And then to end the show, this irritates me, but we're going to talk about it real quick. Lovecraft Country. Season 2 is not happening. HBO is not moving forward.
Thank God.
I took to Twitter and I took to Instagram and I told Netflix and I told Tyler Perry, somebody better pick it up. I'm tired of having good shows get canceled and then we're left with crappy shows. So you mean to tell me you can't do a season 2, but you left us with Manifest and they got 3 seasons? Can we talk? Have y'all seen Manifest? That's what the plane that disappeared for 5 years came back. And the people on the plane thought it was only 3 hours. And everybody else is like 5 years. The main character, Michaela, she came back hoping to be with her boyfriend. 5 years have passed, and her boyfriend married her best friend. I want to punch everybody in the face. All right? Ben, his wife, done sat there and fell in love with this other dude. Well, you've been gone for 5 years. All right. You left us with this and gave him 3 seasons, right? But you can't give Lovecraft Country a 2nd season. It wasn't too much black for you, too much history. You know what I think did it? But y'all had to go back to that Tulsa riot. That episode. I think that's what did it. Same thing with that show, Underground. Remember Underground? It was about the slaves. Y'all canceled that after season 2. I'm tired of our black shows that are actually meaningful to the culture being canceled because the white folks in charge don't understand it. That's just like canceling Living Single and giving us Friends. Right?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Thank God they didn't come out with a season 2.
I just did this whole rant, and then you're going to talk about
That show.
thank God they didn't come out with a season
What I'm
2.
saying, that show wasn't meant to have a season 2. The way it ended was beautiful. It was perfect. It was a hella cast, black, white, even the Asian lady, I forgot her name, Jamie or whatever. It was a perfect show. You could not create a season 2 out of that. Now, you could have done a spinoff.
Okay, they could do a spinoff, but let's go back to the Asian lady. You was a bad chick.
Yes, she is.
You was
Lord
a
have
bad
mercy.
chick.
She's done a couple of movies, but my thing is, you could have did a spinoff, but I didn't want to see a season 2. It would have been good to see the daughter with the beast, the new Dracula monster, because she controlled it. Because before the guy died, he introduced him. He showed her how to do this and that. That would have been wonderful. But I'm happy they didn't take that great show and destroy it by trying to stretch it out into season 2. That's just me. Now, yes, of course, I would have loved to see a season 2, but I think with the main character dead and this and that, and maybe you could have did a spinoff with the son growing up. But it's like it would have been a spinoff. They still might do a spinoff.
So maybe that's what season 2 is. It's a spinoff because we don't know what it was going to be.
Right. I mean, they could do so many different things, but I did not want to see them try to pull a rabbit out of the hat.
I don't think that's what it was. Like, it was probably still called Lovecraft Country, but then ... or colon, it would have been something else, but it would have been, not really a sequel, but the next chapter. Because there were unanswered questions from the finale.
No, it wasn't. We watched that together. All of us watched it. All the answers, all the questions were answered. You could have did 3 spinoffs. You could have did it with the mother and the son. You could have did it with the niece and the monster. You could have did a couple of different things, but you couldn't have brought that cast back. And the entire movie made the age. I forgot your name. I think it's Jamie. I apologize, young lady. I'm not trying to belittle you or your career or anything like that. But your whole world of being in that TV show was the love of the main character who died. Yes, you're that wolf, but you decide to stop killing. You took your last life, so you're freed now. So technically, you went back to the original woman that she was before she was possessed by the demon because she was being molested by her father.
Question.
Yes.
Was this based off of a book?
Yes.
How many books in the series?
Ooh, shoot. That I couldn't tell you. That would be a Jeff question there.
But
I thought it was
there
one.
could be another part to it.
It could be a spinoff, not another part.
That season 2 would have been a spinoff. So
Right.
I'm advocating for a spinoff.
Right. We can advocate for a spinoff, but not a season part 2. So it have to be
Season
something.
2 would be the spinoff.
No, it have to be a totally different name. You couldn't. Spinoffs aren't named the same name as the original TV show or movie. So yeah, you could come out with another spinoff with the characters from it. Of course, I would want to see that.
So we're advocating for the spinoff. Tyler Perry, you got that big old studio in Atlanta. Help your black folks out, okay? Netflix, you see where the money is at? Because I'm currently watching Manifest.
I can't do it anymore. They drawed it on.
No, you're going to be punching people left and right.
Yeah, I
Like,
can't.
if I see them in real life, it's on site. I can't.
I couldn't do it
I'm so
anymore.
bad.
I'm sorry. I tried.
Okay.
But I couldn't.
But, I mean, that's what happened. So you guys are caught up. Because July 4th is tomorrow. And on Monday, nobody has to go to work. Some of you do. Oh, well. But some of us will be at home in bed trying to get this nasal stuff together. So for allergy sufferers, I'm with you. I'm with you. We are struggling. But we will get through. Thank you all for tuning in. Remember this. Your opinion matters. You have a right to your opinion. If you don't like something, just say you don't like it. If somebody wants to call you out on what you don't like, oh well, there's a pill for that.